Oh! Right, hello there, everyone. Welcome back to James Redmond TV, and welcome to another live stream where we just cause controversy. Controversy sounded like young HAMEZ then when he used to do the you know what I mean? We have got a few things that we need to delve into, a few claims that people have made about me, and I briefly touched on this in the video, but I wanted to do it live where you can engage and counter any points that I say incorrectly. And then, of course, we've got Rio, Ferdinand, and Jamie Carragher having beef at the moment, so chat, I'll let you decide where we start this hour stream. But yeah, thank you for tuning in. Do smash a like on your way in if you haven't already. Or even just smash a dislike. Any engagement's good. So feel free to do whatever you feel in terms of your feelings towards the videos. Shout out to Drunk Vigo. And he says, James, I prefer when you have a big open mouth face for your thumbnail. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Don't you worry, sir. Is that better? Smash a like on arrival, good people. Shout out to Eric Seven Hag. Also, apologies that I've been gone the past 2 nights. I think it's interesting because a lot of messages were sent, so it shows that the need for this show is becoming significantly increased, which is very good. And we are getting back to doing it every night. It will be from 10 p.m, but tonight I'm doing a live stream on Big Six Bants with a few Liverpool fans at 10. So we're going to do 9 till 10 tonight, and hopefully you're happy with that. Shout out to Solomon. Wagwan HAMEZ. How are you, my mate? Smash the like and subscribe, people. Yes, now Solomon, one of the all-timers in the chat. I hope you are well, sir. HAMEZ in Scow, says Captain Sal. Another OG in the game. Is the mouse gone? Says Rem. Yeah, by the way, it weren't a mouse, it was a rat, and it was one of them, but it sounded like there was loads. He's dead. It's one of those, chat, you know what I mean? If you don't like animals dying, don't really care. Weren't me who killed him. In fact, let me tell you the brief story before we get in the first topic. A fella called Ian, he's a rat pest fella, right? He sorts out rats and that. He thought, because I told him it was mouse or mice, he decided to put mouse traps down. So do you know them sticky cardboard boxes? He put that down by the holes which are in me walls, which are getting filled in tomorrow. The landlords, you little bastards. And the next thing you know, the big fucker got stuck on it, but it ate all the poison, never died, and it just stayed on there. So when Ian got here, you're onto those like them people in films who really pride themselves off a job that they've been doing for a long time. Bro, the guy like got the rat on the thing and he just went fucking stomped on it, right? And you just heard the mouse going, wee. And it just took its last breath. And do you know Ian, the little like lad, he's an evil fucker. He went, as he stomped on it. I was thinking that is evil, but man loves his job. So fair play. Anyway, right, first and foremost, I want to get the screen shared, actually, because I'd love to show you. If you didn't watch the video that was posted an hour ago, briefly, we'll delve into this, and you can let me know if you agree and disagree. So if I just go on share screen, and I decide to click on James Redmond's. And now this is going to be on a doc page on Google Documents because I couldn't get it up on Instagram. So I got the photos instead and decided to get them on here. Let me just make sure that that's all good. Chat, let me know if everything quality-wise is fine and the internet isn't messing up and stuff like that. That's important. Because I want you to be able to read this. So this is a post from Liverpool Goals page. Now, I'm just going to read it once. I've done an in-depth thing on this in the last video, so I don't want to go too much into it. But he says, Jordan Henderson is a Liverpool legend. Now, I want you to know this is a post about Jordan Henderson, so you can see there's Hendo. He's got all of his stats there, and amazing, you know, everything he's won, all the goals, all the assists, and the individual achievements. But he says this, Jordan Henderson is a Liverpool legend and deserves respect for all that he has achieved. Some of the comments and tweets I've seen on social media are honestly ridiculous. Now, this is the owner of Liverpool Goals giving his opinion on the situation about Henderson right now. You can have whatever opinion on what kind of role he plays for us next season, but to see fans say he should leave the club is so disappointing. So he's saying, and by the way, I want to emphasize, I love Leo. I love this page. I love this guy. I want this to be an example that you can disagree with someone and still like them. And that second paragraph, I have a lot of issues with. Next, he says, even though he may not be at his best no more, his leadership skills are far too valuable to let go. And I still think he has a lot more to give in a footballing sense. And then he mentions about a James Milner role, right? So I think when I read that, I have a few issues. The first issue that I have here is on this bit, chat. I have a problem with this bit. So he says, you can have whatever opinion on what kind of role he plays for us next season. So he's saying to me, I can have whatever opinion. But then in the next sentence, he says, but to see fans, what does this mean? That means fans can't really be a fan if you're wanting your captain out. That's what it's implying. If you want Henderson gone, then you're not a fan, and that's a problem for me. And a lot of people that have messaged me personally saying, James, you're not a fan of this. And when I saw one of the biggest Liverpool pages also echoing that same opinion, saying, you can't think differently to me, otherwise you're not a fan, I had a problem. I think it's a big issue if you can't openly discuss about issues at the football club, especially when you support the same team and you are trying to achieve a common goal, which is finding solutions to achieve trophies in the short and the long term. I don't understand how a player who has done barely fuck all in the past 3 years, you're wrong as a fan for wanting him gone. I don't understand that. And then people will mention his leadership. Well, chat, didn't Manchester United lose Roy Keane and still win trophies? Didn't Chelsea still lose Frank Lampard and still win trophies? Didn't we lose Steven Gerrard and win more trophies? Now, I'm not saying that's Steven Gerrard's fault. I'm just saying let's not put an overemphasis on leadership. Let's not do that. And let's not overrate Jordan Henderson. At best, he was a good player. He was never world class. He was good. Sometimes he played at a world class level. He over-exceeded, but he was never world class ability-wise, and he was never technically supreme. So I'm not shitting on Henderson, but I just don't agree with the sentiment that if I want Henderson gone and you want Henderson in, that means you're the real Liverpool fan and I'm not the real Liverpool fan. Makes no sense. Last thing I want to raise, and it's important to call me out on this stuff, chat, so get your comments in and I'll get into them. The next thing that I just want to bring up, right? Let me see if me... right, let me share the screen once more. That's my ugly barstool face right there. But this is what I want to get into, these comments. Now, I raised it because... Oh, shite. One... It was a pretty good comment to delve into. I'm just dropping my phone loads. And also, it disagreed with me, and I like that type of stuff. It also had 4 likes, and then the response to the comments had 2 likes. As you can see, I had my own little responses, but we won't even talk about that. They're just brief bounce backs to the comments. But the first one from Nigel says, you're wrong, so he's implying that I'm wrong. The issue isn't money. So our issue as a club isn't money. But numbers, we currently have 9 first-team midfielders, so we have too many midfielders. We will only sign another if a player leaves, regardless of price. Get on this. Guys, I agreed with everything that he said. I agreed with the fact that we haven't got a money issue. I think we've got money. But the fact that we've got too many midfielders, I also agreed with that. And I said, unless we let one of those midfielders go, then we're not going to get money in. Now, I understand the point he's trying to make. He's making it sound like I'm just making it all about money. No, not the case. I'm just simply saying I agreed with all these points. We have got money. We have got too many midfielders. And because of that, we're not going to get another midfielder unless one of those players go. That's what I said in the video, and that was from the video earlier. The response to this comment from LoveAll871, he says, I agree with you, but this lad is feeding into an FSG out narrative for views, hence the title of this live stream. And I thought it was great because some people have said this to me before. So not only is LoveAll871 agreeing with a person who agreed with me, but just said I was wrong at the start of it. I don't know if it's the Scouse accent, but it's something to do with that. He responds saying, I agree with you, therefore he agrees with me. But the lad is feeding into an FSG out narrative for views. Think about it, chat. That doesn't make sense. Think about it. Because, yeah, let's say I'm smart. Let's say I'm as strategic as he's presuming I am, right? Let's say if I'm as strategic as he's presuming I am. If I analyse all my most popular videos, none of them have one single thing to do with FSG. I'm just saying that's the first thing I want to get out there first and foremost. Not one thing has to do with FSG. Not one. Right? So if I analyse all my popular videos and say, right, my conclusion is now I'm going to start doing FSG out videos because it gets more views, I would not be a very smart YouTuber. So already that's got to be false. And second of all, watch Redmen TV. They're more FSG in than I am. And they get more views than I do. There is no financial benefit. There is no subscriber gain benefit. In fact, when I talk bad about the club, bad, I like to do that in finger quotes because you have a different perception of bad than what I do. But when I talk honestly, I like to say honestly about the club, I lose subscribers. I get people who say I'm not going to tune in again. I get hate. I get criticism. I welcome it because I think it's fucking funny. I think it's hilarious. I embrace all the name calling. You know what I mean? We need to have more people like this in the world who can just give shit and then people who can take shit, right? And I like to think I can do a little bit of both. I just don't understand how you're saying you're more of a fan than me because I want the best for the football club. And because I don't think FSG or Henderson is the best for the football club, you say that I'm wrong or I'm doing this for views, when statistically that's not proof. I've just showed you, and you can do your own research. My most popular videos aren't based on FSG. So when I raise these points, where's the response? And then where is the 2+2 narrative of me just going with FSG out for views? It might actually just be that I want the best for the football club. It might just be that I've grew up 15 minutes away from the stadium my whole life and I want to see us winning trophies. And if I am bad for that, then maybe I just misunderstood what Bob Paisley and Bill Shankly were talking about all those years ago. Do you know, when they built the foundations on nothing but winning? Maybe I misunderstood it, and I weren't even fucking born. But you know, the era of Shankly, Paisley, Fagan, Dalglish, nothing but success. But apparently, I'm a fucktard because FSG bought us when we were 350 million in debt. No, sorry, for 350 million when we were nearly bankrupt and all that. So when I raise FSG, I never say they've never done anything good. I just say they're not good enough for the football club, right? And I think that'd be the benefit for our short and long-term success. And also, there's no correlation of the claim that is made that I do or align with this narrative for views, because when I didn't talk about FSG as much, I worked on big channels, I got more opportunities with the club. When I started going another way, it went down a bit. Now, it's also because I've just been inconsistent on YouTube. I'm not trying to say because I'm FSG out, I don't get opportunities. I do. I've just not taken them. But then at the same time, it will minimize opportunities if you speak in a certain way about the club. It's as simple as that. So there's no gain. And that's the first thing I wanted to get into. And if you disagree, let me know. Classic RTS, thank you for the super chat, sir. He says, Henderson should go. He is not good enough anymore. I agree. If your argument is leadership and not what he brings to the team, footballing wise, he's not good enough. Bang on, 100% agree. Because I'm not saying premise. Why isn't Steven Gerrard still here? If he can still offer something for the team, but he's not the best no more. Because that's another thing Liverpool goals said. He said he's not the best no more, in those words. If he's not the best no more, then go and get someone who is the best. Go and get the person who is going to be the best. If Henderson isn't the best, and there's no way he can ever be the best, and he's not going to at 33, what are we doing keeping him? That means we don't want to be the best. It means we're being sentimental. And sentimental emotion, times trophies, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't even equal an answer that exists. You need to be logical about these things, and keeping Henderson for too long just because what? Do you know what I hear people say? He's better captain than Steven Gerrard. Maybe the sense is where he is. But fuck off, seriously. And if we haven't been building leaders over the past few years, that's a huge problem on the club side of things. And guys, I don't understand why that's hard to see. You've got to make regular changes to make sure that you're always staying on top. Otherwise, you're going to get caught out. Here to there says, feel your pain, James. I was there with the Kroenke's Wenger out until recently. It's totally okay to not want your club to slide back into a vicious cycle of mediocrity. Thank you. It's great to hear an Arsenal fan. It's very encouraging to hear someone who's been through probably an amplified experience, because the thing is, there was more Arsenal fans who were Kroenke out than there is fans of Liverpool who were FSG out. Therefore, we don't really have... People say FSG out like it's a thing. It's not even a thing. There's no protests. There's no... It'll trend on Twitter sometimes, but all we need to do is make a signing or whatever, and then it's fine. And then we're back to square one, basics. And then people say, oh, but he can be the James Milner. He can be the James Milner. First and foremost, he can't play fucking right back. Second of all, we won no trophies, no Premier League and Champions League in the past 3 or 4 years with Milner having that role. So there's no guarantee of success if he does take that role up. Maybe we don't need that role. Maybe we just need fucking new, good, young, hungry players. Do you know, like what Arsenal are building, and then Man United, whenever they lost a big name, they get a new big name. City, they lost Vincent Kompany, and they got better. They got better. What the fuck? And I'm wrong. I'm bone idle because I say that these players should go. He's been here for 12 fucking years, so I won't diminish. He's a legend. I won't diminish he's achieved great things. He's been here for 12 years. Why are we holding on to his bollocks? You weirdos. Stop being fools. Seriously, chat. It's weird. And I'm not talking to you specifically. But anyone who says you're not a Liverpool fan because you don't want Henderson, stay fuck off. No premise. Captain Sal says Gerrard was and will always be a legend. Hendo is no legend to me. He was just part of a very good team, that's all. Okay, I'm going to disagree there. I think there's an element there where he's still a legend. I think it's easier to be a legend when you're in a good team. And I think there's players who didn't become legends because they suffered around a bad team. So yes, if Henderson was in a different team, that's right. He wouldn't have been classed as a legend. Because let's be honest, before we started winning and Klopp came in, Henderson was nowhere near a legend. And it weren't even close, by the way. Everyone questions why he got the captaincy, including myself, when it happened. So there was no way he was on course to being a legend. And when the team improved, that is when we started looking at him as a legend. But you're right, in one sense, people are putting too much emphasis and an overemphasis on Henderson's leadership to this team, because I still think we would have won the same amount of trophies if Henderson was there or not. I do. I believe that genuinely, guys. I do. If it weren't him, it would have been someone else who'd have filled that role. And if you disagree, then you're disagreeing with Klopp's judgment. And if you disagree with Klopp's judgment and you want Henderson over Klopp, then you're not a real Liverpool fan. I'm using the logic against you, you fucks. A big up to Classic RTS. He's really helping out this stream tonight. And these super chats really fund the channel. So thank you, guys. Thank you. He says, leadership is not a skill. That Henderson only, we have, that only Henderson, wait there, sorry, let me start that again. Leadership is not a skill that Henderson only has, we have other leaders in the team that offer more than leadership and who performs to a high level. Exactly. And if Henderson is the only leader, then we've got a big fucking issue that if he was the one to go or if he got injured, we've got no more leadership. That's a Liverpool problem if we've got ourselves in that mess. But I agree. I still see Virgil as a great leader. Alisson, great leader. Thiago, he's won everything in the fucking game. You think he can't put a shoulder around players? He's literally like guiding Besiktas right now, you know what I mean? We've got leaders. But everyone likes the I don't know what it is about Henderson, why everyone's on his nutsack, you know what I mean? Because it's funny, these same people who say, oh, you can't criticise Henderson, are the same people who forced Naby out the club 2 years ago. Before even Naby got more injuries, they were like, yeah, you can fuck off. And these are the same people right now saying Curtis Jones isn't good enough, Harvey Elliott isn't good enough. And these guys actually have potential. I'd love to know what you were saying about Jordan Henderson when he was younger, if you're saying that about Curtis Jones and Harvey Elliott, because they're better than what he was. Right? So it's a big, big shame that the narrative only aligns with players like Henderson and £85 million strikers who score 9 Premier League goals. But Harvey Elliott and Curtis Jones, no, it's hard to hate them. It's hard to hate on them. They need to leave. Caterine needs to fuck off. Can't criticise players except the ones we want to criticise. Honestly, guys, it's really poor. It's really poor. Big up to Husam. Is Husam in the chat? Big up to Husam if he is in the chat. I haven't saw his name pop up yet, but if he is there, then big up himself, man. Nita Nova. Are you Russian? Big up, mate. Henderson is on the decline, but I keep him for depth and rotation. Let his contract run out. See, that's fine. If you want to go with that opinion, that's okay. I'm just glad you don't agree with the notion that if I disagree with that, then I'm not a Liverpool fan, because I don't see how that makes sense. 40-year-old Henzo is back. Delusional Liverpool fans. Henzo is finished. Says Sexy Gooner. Johnny says Gerrard Premier League trophies 0. Henderson Premier Leagues 1. Johnny, I'm so disappointed that you've even from you, I'm disappointed. I'm so disappointed that you've just said that. Because what have you just achieved there? What have you just achieved? Because I could use the same logic with Phil Jones and Gerrard. So is Phil Jones better than Gerrard? Is he? Is Origi better than Gerrard because he's won more silverware? Is Minamino better than Gerrard because he's won a Premier League? Johnny, that's fucking disgusting logic. Like, I'm really disappointed in you there, lads. Like, my expectations, say this is the top and this is the bottom. My expectations were here with you, Johnny. Now they've gone below the fucking scale. You know what I mean? That's poor. Adam says Elliott is good enough to Sobbo's understudy. Is good enough to be Sobbo's understudy. Henderson can't be a good 10. Henderson isn't a good 10. He's not really a good 6 no more. He's not a fantastic 8. He's not good at anything. And the thing is, there's no potential with Henderson. The difference with Henderson and Curtis and Harvey is Harvey and Curtis have a ceiling. Henderson has bounced off the ceiling. He's on his way down now. I'm not hating. It's father time. If you're going to get upset by natural facts, it's like saying, oh, no, don't say he's going to die. He's going to fucking die eventually. The same way players are at some point, they're going to get finished. Why do we have to wait until they're fully finished and they can't move no more till we sell them? Because we've done it with Daniel Sturridge, and then we're doing it now with Henderson. We let Genie go for free. We let loads of players go. So why do we keep one sentence? Oh, we don't want players going for free. Oh, Henderson needs to stay because he's good enough. No. James, you rate Sturridge more than Salah? I don't rate Sturridge more than Salah. I said on his best day, I think Sturridge was one of the best, like, all-round strikers, ability-wise. And then Salah, on his best day, is a very good winger, but I think there's numerous forwards that you could put above him, quality for quality and best day for best day. Consistency, longevity, we're having different conversations, but best for best version, yeah, Sturridge was a killer. And if you deny Sturridge as a killer, then you just don't know ball. That's in my opinion. I just don't think you know ball. If you think Sturridge weren't a fucking killer on his day, come on. You can misuse that point all you want. You can say, oh, you said Sturridge was better than was Salah. They're not even in the same position. Makes no sense. Done nuts. Same people complaining about saying Hendo should stay will also complain that there isn't enough ruthlessness. Exactly. They'll say, oh, Jurgen Klopp is sticking with old players too much. Oh, but we need to keep Hendo because he's still sick. And he has leadership. And he can shout in the dressing room. Why did we keep Adrian? Leadership. Isn't that why we kept Adrian for 60 grand a week for vibes in the dressing room? If we've got Adrian, why do we need to get rid of Henderson? Come on, you stupid donuts. He will also complain that, yeah, you're right. Gundogan's City's captain and better play. It was just let go by City. They'll sign a replacement. Exactly. Gundogan's just left City. They're going to sign a replacement and they're still going to win. Whereas we're going to sit there and say, right, Henderson isn't the best right now. He's only going to get worse, but we're going to keep him for 2 more years, which is how long he's got left on his contract because he's a legend. Fuck off. Oh, and then I get told I'm not a proper fan because I disagree with that sentiment. Sturridge was sick at Liverpool. Injuries killed his career. Exactly. Sturridge would have been one of the best strikers in Liverpool's history if he stayed fit. So I'm not saying overall he was better than Salah. Overall, Suarez weren't better than Salah. But as a player, he was better than Salah. But for Liverpool, he weren't because he only had a couple of good seasons. You know? Shout out to Festus. Salah has been... Right there, Salah has been named as one of the best players in the world, but you can't compare that to Sturridge, no matter how good he was on his day. The disrespect is crazy. Salah is top 5 legends of Liverpool. Festus, I'm disappointed. I'm not angry, I'm just disappointed. I'm devastated you didn't see the point. Salah has been one of the best names in the world. You can't compare that to Sturridge. How? When the conversation was on their day, in their positions... I think Sturridge on his day in his position was one of the best strikers in the world. I think Salah on his day is one of the best wingers in the world, no doubt. But I just think the quality was higher for Sturridge. I think out of the crop of strikers, Sturridge on his day, quality, mate. Absolutely quality. If you want to disagree, fair enough. But in terms of attributes, what really is Salah better than Sturridge? Yeah? Attributes as an actual player. Not what they've achieved, not what they've done, but attributes, what's he better than? Finishing, no. And it's not even close. Because he misses half his chances. He's great at getting them, but that's it. Dribbling, Salah is a bit of a meaty dribbler, and I saw Sturridge dribble past players sometimes and run into players sometimes. Salah does the same thing, but he has more opportunities to do it. Sturridge got on the end of chances, but when he did dribble, he'd do quite well. Go and watch him back. Good dribbler. Probably has a better conversion rate than Salah, right? So attributes, great. And then you'll say he's not injured. Again, now we're going into a different conversation. So now you're getting angry at James for a point that he hasn't yet raised and a completely different conversation, which isn't about the one that we're having right now. Did I ever say Sturridge was more available than Mo Salah? Did I ever say that? Never. Alternative FM, FSG out all the way. Yeah, facts, bro. Thank you for the super chat. I don't know why I even need to talk about that. Pace is Salah's main attribute. Exactly. Salah's main attribute is physical. But you'll all get wet in your knickers because you can't hear about another player having better. Like Hazard, there's not one thing Hazard is worse at than Salah besides availability. But in terms of attributes, he's better at everything. Dribbling and shooting and all these things. He just has more technique on every part of his game. But Salah's better because of the longevity. The same way Vidic is better than Virgil. Longevity, all these things, trophies and stuff like that. Salah's better than Hazard, but in terms of player for player, he's not. And that was the point that I raised about Sturridge the other night. So don't lie about me, is all I say, Johnny. Don't lie about me. Unpopular opinion, if 100 million plus offer came for Salah from Saudi, even if it will not happen, I would take it. Get Diaby, another centre mid and a centre back. Right, in an ideal world, I'd keep Salah if we got 100 million offer. His goals are hard to replace, right? But then I'll also say Salah was barely much before he joined Liverpool. He weren't a 40-goal a season, a forward before he joined Liverpool. So why can't we get Diaby and make him the new Salah? Does that mean you don't trust Klopp's judgment to do so? Because if so, what does that mean? You know what I mean? Because if you don't trust Klopp's judgment to rebuild this team, and that's why you want to keep Henderson and Salah, then you just don't trust the manager. And therefore, technically, you're Klopp out. Therefore, you're not a proper Liverpool fan. Nah, I'm taking it too far now. I just like using people's logic against them. So yeah, in an ideal world, I keep Salah. But if then we're all going to agree we're sell to buy and we need to improve in multiple positions, and that's the only asset that we have to sell for significant funds, then yes, I'd sell him. Because I don't think he's irreplaceable the way people speak about him. They act like he's the best dribbler, best finisher, and he can't be replaced. It's not the case. Not the case. And if you're a Salah nut rider and you think I'm hating Salah because I said that, no, I've just said like it's hard to replace his goals, but I don't think it's impossible, which is what a lot of fans like to suggest. James, should we sell Henderson? We have Fabinho. Bro, Henderson just needs to go. If he stays, he's just staying to be an option, and he's not that good of an option. Harris says, can't take a chance with Salah. With a Salah replacement, his goal so crucial, need a proven scorer to come in. I disagree. I disagree massively. I think there's people out there who you can identify as the next big goal scorer. And if you stay in that mindset of, we can't replace Virgil, we can't replace Salah, we can't replace Virgil, can't replace Alisson, then you end up with a Jordan Henderson and he just stays in the role. But I get what you're saying. Salah last season scored loads of goals. I believe in this system, you get someone that volume of chances. I think they're going to score 30 to 40 goals. I do. Get someone with better finishing to get those chances, and then boom, you're already getting the same, if not more. So, in an ideal world, I keep Salah. But then if everything is true about our financial situation, then yes, the only smart choice would be to sell him. So understand the context. I've just said that in before you misused me words ago. People saying Diaby want him because of FIFA. Yeah, whether it's Diaby or whoever, Salah was a FIFA player before he joined Liverpool. So I don't know what that point's supposed to mean. W or L chat. Don't say Salah was world class before he joined Liverpool. He weren't. And by the way, it weren't even close. He was a Premier League flop before he joined Liverpool. You know what I mean? And he was a pace merchant on FIFA. Remember? Barbo, Javinho and Salah up front on like FIFA 16 or something. Nah, actually, I think that was someone else. Javinho, Barbo. Who was the right winger? Can't remember. But then Salah joined not long after. So you're saying Salah weren't like a pacey player on FIFA? You're telling me you looked at Salah on FIFA and said, yeah, I'm going to get Salah because he has skills and he's a great player. No, you got Salah because of pace on FIFA. So the same judgment that people are using to discredit thingy there, they're doing the same. Yeah, Dumbia. Shout out to man like Dumbia, blood. Know what I'm saying? Salah was garbage before he came to us. He'd had one good season at Roma. Bro, like even garbage I think is harsh. I thought he was good. But he weren't any better than what Chiesa is right now at Juventus. And he weren't any better than what Diaby is right now at Leverkusen. He's replaceable. Like, guys, he's replaceable. There's a reason why Salah weren't the best in the world before he worked with Klopp. It's because he worked with Klopp. So I'm not actually trying to take away from Salah. I am putting more of an emphasis on how good our manager is. Mane before he joined Liverpool, nothing. Salah before he joined Liverpool, nothing. Firmino, nothing. All these players were nothing. But the manager made them something collectively as a unit. Because without the unit and the system, you will get what you got from Salah at Roma. If you don't see it, then you're not listening. It's one of those things where if you can tell me Salah was one of the best right wingers in the world before Liverpool, then I'll agree that he's irreplaceable. But he weren't. So does that mean Salah just automatically improved to the best player in the world in the space of 12 months? Or was it because a world-class manager got him in the right system and played him the right way? Let me know. Salah has always been better individual Salah has always been better. That's a different conversation, Johnny. That's a different conversation. Salah won't be world class. Sorry, Salah wasn't world class before Liverpool. Luis Suarez at Ajax was still better than Torres at Liverpool. Suarez was a monster at every club he's been at. This is a great example. In fact, let me use Szoboszlai and Suarez. So before Suarez joined Liverpool, you just knew great player. Why? Because the attributes, the finishing, the all-round game, right? Szoboszlai, we haven't seen him play a minute in the Prem, but we just have that feeling because of the all-round game. We had the questions over Salah. We don't have those questions over Szoboszlai. We didn't have them over Suarez. Yet when he joined and his goals were a little bit down, fine. Once he started doing it, he ran the team himself. Right? And Suarez isn't a bigger legend than Salah at Liverpool, but he's a better player than Salah. On his day, especially. And by the way, it weren't even close. Okay? Here to there says, the question is, can a player as reliant on pace as Salah be expected to maintain a level much longer? I've always said this. Like, what Firmino relies on is stuff that can last like so long. Like, technical ability, he can last so long. So I wouldn't have minded Firmino staying for a bit if we really wanted that to happen. But then Salah, like you say, that's a physical attribute. Physical attributes diminish with age. Therefore, what do we do when he does lose that pace? Because he loses a big part of his game. The disrespect, shake my head. Tell me where the disrespect is. Happy to get you on the stream. If you want to send me a message on Insta and say, James, you're wrong because of this, let me know. I call people out all the time. Can't just say I'm wrong and then say I'm disrespectful when I'm giving you substance. Get me on. Go on, send me a message on Insta. Send me a message on Insta and we'll talk it through. We'll talk this through. We'll proper debate it out, okay? Send me a message on Insta. I'll send you the link. And if you have a point and anyone has a point, send me a message. I'll get you on. Just don't show your cock. Just don't show your knob, you know what I mean? Let me just go out and back in to maintain the focus. Shit, hello there, everyone. The Salah disrespect is mad, but you're not saying it. You're just saying disrespect. Can Salah for another season? Wait there. Can keep Salah for another season, and if he wants to go, let him, and then go for a Chiesa, Diaby, or Rafinha. See, I wouldn't even go with any of those names, or at least the last two. Chiesa, I wouldn't mind. And did I get that message from the guy? Then let me see. Yeah, I'm not getting a message off you, bro. Where are you? Where are you? You'll never walk alone, lads. I want to have a talk with you. I want us to discuss. All talk, you wouldn't let us come on and embarrass you. Message me. I'm being serious. Message me. Look here, I'll show you my DMs. Me most recent DM there, if you see it, that's from a kid who's saying, does John Cena know who you are? Look. No one's messaged me to call me out or to come on the stream. Stop being pussyholes. You know what I mean? Yeah, no Pornhub settings, guys. Come on. Let's keep it PG here on JRTV. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, guys, don't be pussies. Wait there. Oh, yeah, here we go. We've got a message from Mo. Right, Mo. There's someone called Mo. This is the perfect guy to defend Mo Salah. Right, let me get that link copied. Right. Because honestly, guys, I want to get to the bottom of this with you because I don't even know. I think the biggest problem that we've got here is you guys struggle to listen. Anyone who's disagreeing with what I'm saying right now, you just don't even hear what I'm saying. You're just thinking I'm saying Salah shit. James, these top players were system players. Klopp got the best out of them, using them the right way. Salah at Madrid might not be delivering like he is at Liverpool. I've tried saying this to people, mate. I've tried saying this to people, but people seem to think I'm just calling Salah shit. If he was so good and he was the best player in the world, why weren't he the best player in the world before he joined? Because guess what? Not only weren't he the best player in the world, he weren't even close to the best right winger in the world before he joined. So it's not Salah slander. It's simply just letting you guys know that Klopp brought the best out of him. Again, it's an emphasis on how good our manager is, a world-class manager to the highest order. Whether he can maintain a world-class manager is different. What he has been and what he done, amazing. Notice the way Dortmund have won fuck all since he left as well. Maybe the odd cup, but even go on Dortmund pages. They go on Dortmund's post about Jurgen Klopp's birthday the other day. Right, get on this and read the comments. They all say, "Oh, we miss Jurgen," or "Oh, we haven't had success since Jurgen." They know the score, lad. They know the score with our manager. So if you say Salah's world class and Klopp had no influence, then you're saying that Jurgen Klopp isn't a good manager. That's the only reason why Salah's good. I don't know why people are saying get rid of Thiago. I'd rather keep Thiago than Hendo. Think about it. Leadership isn't that hard to replace. However, Thiago's level of technical ability is hard to replace. But people are emotional merchants, bro. So even though I understand what they say, they have a thing with Thiago about his injury record, which I get. If we have an injury-prone player, I actually understand why you'd want that player to go. And that includes someone as good as Thiago. But then if you're going to have Henderson available for 100% of the games, but he's going to play at 50% of the level, then you're getting a player who's playing, yes, 50% more games than Thiago. Because Thiago plays 50%, Henderson plays 100%, but Henderson's playing the game at 50% of what Thiago would play it at. So people contradict themselves. They say, no, we don't want Thiago because he's never fit, even though he's world-class and one of the best midfielders in the world. Can't have him. But Henderson, even though he's dog wank, we'll still keep him in the team. You know what I mean? But guys, with a respectful round of applause, please do welcome to the stream the man who's hopefully not going to show his private parts, Mo.
Yo, can you hear me? Can you hear me properly?
I can hear you, sir. How are you?
Yes, I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm marvelous, Mo. I'm marvelous. I appreciate you coming onto the show, lad. A lot of people say they will and then they don't. So you're a legend for this. I see you're a big Mo Salah fan as well.
Yeah, legend. Wallahi, a legend in Liverpool.
I agree. You know what I mean? I agree with all that. Wahali, my brother. You know what I'm saying? Touch me knuckles, Wahali. Remember when Lee Gunner said Wahali? Remember that? Nah, bro. I actually just want to ask him. Oh, okay. Yeah, what's your problem with what I've said then? Because I understand I caused you a little bit of a uproar then. So what would you say you disagree with me on?
It's like I don't know how to explain it, but I feel like you're just downgrading how good Salah actually is. That's
Okay.
what I think. I don't like people see Salah is amazing, but I don't think they'll realize how good he is until he's actually gone. That's the problem I see.
I get what you're saying. Okay, then. So do you think that Salah is one of the best players in the world?
100%.
Okay, and based on what he's achieved in our system, I agree, by the way.
Yeah,
I think the system... Okay, would you also agree that the system is a big part to play of why he's the best or one of the best players in the world? Or do you
I
think it's
think
just his own ability?
I think the system, but his ability as well, because himself, he gets in the right positions and he always makes the right runs. So the system does
Yes,
his
yes.
thing, but him on his own awareness, it also plays a part to the play.
I hear what you're saying. Do you remember back in the day when we watched with Liverpool and Sturridge was always in the right position, but he'd never
Yeah,
get that service? Remember?
yeah, that was
Remember that?
shocking,
Like,
shocking.
bro, he just had a dead team, man. Remember that? It was just crap, lad. I was just like, wait there, what? How are you not getting the service to that man right there?
Yeah,
Now, I only raise if he got the same, if not similar amount of chances to Salah, which could only be done through a systematic format, correct? Would you agree
hmm
with that?
yeah, I
The
agree with
only
you.
way we can increase his chances is through improving the all-round team. If Sturridge got those chances, do you think he'd score more or less than Salah? Just asking.
I think he might score less because Sturridge. I haven't really seen him score that many goals with his right foot compared to his left. I think he's a prime with his left foot. Okay, he might get a few in, especially that little Travella he done in the final that one time. I'll never forget that.
Don't even start me, Maggie. Don't
Yeah,
even
that
start me.
that left foot finish, that in my heart, I'll never forget that day. But with Salah, I think he's technical. People don't really rate Salah's dribbling because I will never forget what he done to City, Watford, all these big players. He's dropped plenty of them, and he does it with both feet. But it's hard to say. But I do agree with you on your point.
No, I get what you're saying. The only point that I'm leading to, bro, and Mo, thank you for being so respectful. You've been boss, lad, and it's been good talking to you. You've brought good points to the forefront, and I get what you're saying. You think there's a degree where people maybe underrate Salah, you know, because
Yeah.
he's been so consistent, he's been so available, he's maintained those standards, regardless if he hasn't got the best attributes, he still gets those goals. And if anything, you say he scores with both. I think he's very one-footed himself, but let me use that to credit him. I think
hmm
it's very impressive. A player so one-dimensional in many degrees has still not been caught out. He can still get
Yeah.
past players. He can still score goals. You know what I mean? In fact,
100.
it's actually more impressive that he has less weapons, but he can still score so many goals. Would you agree with that?
Crazy. And the guy's been doing it on a consistent basis. Sturridge, I'll be honest, the only one time was when he had Suarez with him. And then after that, you could say what he received, but sometimes Salah creates his own goal. He does it all by himself. I
Mm,
haven't really seen Sturridge that much create his own goal his whole way. That's one
yeah,
big thing I'll
nah,
say.
bro, you bang on, and I feel like we agree with the mini points. I feel like we're
Yeah.
just both getting to maybe a misunderstanding of what the overall point here is. So my overall point,
Mhm.
in gist, to make sure that I say it correctly, is that Salah before he joined Liverpool was not world class. Can we agree on that?
Yeah, I'll give you that.
So and he was good, not crap,
Yeah.
but he weren't world class. So there was
hmm
no substance. And bear in mind, he's been in good teams before. He was at Chelsea before, and then he went to Italy. He was at Fiorentina, Roma.
Yeah.
He's played in decent sides. The main issue that came with Salah was the fact that he might have not ever had that best team around him or whatever have you. The second he came into a great team, the second he got a world-class manager, and that manager built a system that got Bobby creating for him, Mane, Robbo, Trent, all these players creating for one player, the main outlet, which was Mo Salah. Now, listen, Mo Salah can do a little bit of creating. He can finish
hmm
a little bit as well. But I just claim that he's not the best at any one thing. I don't think he's the best dribbler. I don't think he's the best finisher. I don't think he's the best anything. But he puts it all together so well that it adheres to our system. And furthermore, the system adheres to him. So the point I lead to is that if we lost Mo Salah, he's not irreplaceable because he weren't world class when he joined. So if he weren't world class when he joined and Klopp made him world class, because here's the score when I say, did Klopp make him world class? Of course, Salah had to apply the work as well. But
Yeah.
Salah's work alone didn't make him world class before he joined Liverpool, right?
100. Yeah.
But then Klopp, you can even analyse this like with anything, but then Klopp came in and then that's when he became world class. And what's the only difference? Was it Salah getting 100% better? Or was it the fact he's just got a world class manager? So the point that I lead to, we've still got
hmm
that same world class manager. So some of the names, whether you agree or disagree with these specific names, but let's say Chiesa, Diaby, all these, To say that Salah is irreplaceable is a claim that I just cannot agree with while we've got this manager. Because I've seen what he's done with Salah directly.
Yeah, I don't think he's every player is replaceable in their own way, but I think this, like, you know how we lost Mane and we got Nunes, there was a drop in standard. I think he'll be like that, and it'll take time for it to go back up, but it'll be a big drop. With Salah, it'll be a big drop because the guy does not only score, but he creates, he does everything. Like at certain points, he does everything by himself. So it's a lot of things for this one player, and the next player who comes to take his position, you got a lot on your chest. There's gonna be a lot of pressure
I hear
on
what
him.
you're saying, bro. I hear what you're saying completely. Mo, anything else that you want to say before we end this conversation, bro?
Yeah, one thing. I want to ask you one question. I've been watching
Bro,
you for a
say.
long time. Wallahi, I'm in love with you. Yeah, I watch all of
Nah,
your
I love
videos.
you too, bro. Nah, it's nothing
Yeah.
but love. Thank you for
But
coming
there's
on.
one
What?
question.
Bro.
You know, if Curtis Jones didn't play for Liverpool and he played
Yes.
for a different team and he's been playing like since the end of the season, even through his English under 21s, because he's been playing amazing, do you think
Yes.
Liverpool will be screaming to sign him or no?
Sorry, repeat that last part again.
So, you know, Curtis Jones, since the
Yep.
end of near the end of our season, he's been playing quite well, I can't lie.
That's right.
And throughout the under 21s, he's been playing amazing, especially the last game. He was
Yes.
amazing. But do you think Liverpool, like the fans, would look at him if he never played for Liverpool? Would we look at him and be like, we should get him into our team?
See, I don't think we would. If he was at another team and
Yeah,
we were scouting him from that team, would
yeah,
we go all out to buy him? Probably not. Context matters, like how much would he be and all these things. But, you know, would it be someone we identify as a player? It's a tough one. It's tough because he is a good young prospect. Let's not dispute this. It's not out of the realms that we'd never buy Curtis. But yes, I think if we was to buy it, but it depends because we haven't seen him regularly play in a Premier League team. So
yeah,
if he played regularly for a lower league or, a lower part of the league, maybe he's getting more game time. Therefore, we see more and therefore we see what the ceiling is. Unless we see them play, we can't analyze the ceiling. So I think if he'd been putting in the performances what he's put in recently at another club, then yeah, maybe we would look at him. But it depends. That depends. But I do believe he's still here just because he came through the academy. It's easier.
yeah. The only
Know what
reason
I
I
mean?
say that question is because I'll be honest, you know, Taram, I never watched any videos of him. I've never seen the player, and I watched little montages, and I was like, yo, this guy's good. He's good. And then I was thinking to myself with Curtis Jones, like, if he never played for Liverpool and he was in the French team and he was doing his own thing, how he's playing now in the under 21s, because the only time I watched Taram was for under 21s. And I'm thinking, if Curtis Jones, how he's playing now, I'll be like, oh, I'd want him. Because his little montages, he's good as well. I can't lie to myself. That's my only
He's a
question.
nice player, Curtis, man. You know,
Yeah,
technically, he's a nice player. Like, that's why I don't get why people just sleep on him, but then they're fine
yeah.
with an £85 million striker scoring 9 goals. Like, it makes no sense to me, man.
Yeah, I've seen this. Stop, man. Nunes. Yeah, Nunes is my guy. Him.
Bro, no, Mo,
Oh,
don't start this. Don't start
nah.
this. Don't
This,
start this. Don't
this
start this.
one
Do
here.
you want Henderson to
Oh,
stay as well?
nah. I don't want him to stay. I can't lie.
Okay,
Henderson,
okay.
bro.
We
He's
got
literally
some.
old.
We got some. Yeah, then
But
tell me the
Nunes.
difference between Darwin Nunes and Timo Werner at Chelsea.
Okay, I'll tell you one thing in it. I don't know. I
Go
know
on.
you. Okay, I'll be honest with you. With Nunes, I don't know what it is, but I just love the guy, man. I just want
Bro,
to see him
yeah, no, I know it's
succeed.
because
I just want
Nunes,
to see him
Nunes.
succeed.
But Mo, I know you know ball. I know you can analyze ball for watching it. So get rid of emotion, right? I know you know ball.
Okay.
So I'm asking you, player, baller for baller, technique for technique, who's better? Werner at Chelsea or Nunes at us?
I'll be real. I never watched Chelsea games like that. You know, I'll be honest with you.
Bro, Werner was shit, yeah, but he was doing low key better than Nunes. I'm just saying, bro. Just saying.
The only reason why, the only like I'll be honest, the only one piece of hope that I have left in Nunes to be amazing for us, and it was that Real Madrid goal. That goal, hey, then little flick. All my hope is on that because only world class strikers can score a goal like that. The little flick, Ronaldo chop goal. I will never go over that goal.
I don't know, because there's one specific goal that I can score, right? And it's with an outside, like this part of my foot.
Yeah, Travella.
Like, bro, that my Trevella's mad, Nah, I'm not even lying to you. Nah, bro, I could never play throw footy in it. Give me a free kick from a Trevella angle. Oh, bro,
What, top bins?
I'm a monster. I'm a monster. And also, I can do one trick to do keepy ups, right? If I try and lower, yeah. So do you see my legs here?
Oh my God, we see
I
those.
can do this and I flick the ball up, yeah. I can roll the ball from one foot to another, Mo, and I look world class, bro. Point I'm leading to, I can do a sick Trevella, sick little flick up with my foot, yeah. But guess what, bro? I'm not playing for Liverpool, and I'm not going to win Liverpool Prems, and I'm certainly not going to get Liverpool Champions Leagues. Do you want me to tell you why? Because I ain't good in all the other areas, G. You know what I'm saying, Mo?
I understand, bro.
And let's say, because who's we supposed to get before Jota? Werner. Remember?
Yeah, the links
I
were
remember when
crazy.
Werner joined Chelsea and we were all like,
Yeah,
thank fuck
I
we
was
didn't get
pissed. I can't
Werner.
lie. I was pissed. I can't lie about that. He was a baller back in RP Leipzig.
Nah, you might have been pissed, but you remember when he joined Chelsea and everyone was like, thank fuck we didn't
Yeah,
get him. He's missing all the
everyone violated
chances.
him. Yeah, he got violated every day.
Why is it different that Nunes now, who's got less goals than what Werner did? Less. Why is it that he's sound? But we didn't want Werner and we were taking the piss out of Werner. Do
I
you
can't lie.
understand the contradiction?
Yeah, I understand, but I think a main reason, isn't it, is because you see all these little clips of him. It's the passion. He has passion to play for the badge. That's. I'll be honest.
You're
I
a
think.
passion merchant as well, Mo.
Nah, it's not a passion merchant. It's not a passion merchant thing. It's just like I see the guy. I remember that Newcastle when he was screaming. I remember that he has the passion, and when he scored a goal, I think it was a header against West Ham. And he starts. I don't know when he scored, but he scored. He starts slapping everyone's hands. He's a guy. I don't know what it is. He just gets me gassed. When I see him on the pitch, I'm just screaming for him to score because I want a big signing for us to do amazing. Because the last big signing we had, that I remember that was awful, was Keita.
Soboslai, bro.
He's gonna become a baller. Wallah, he is gonna be a baller.
Bro, it's not even a question. People think I just hate all signings for the sake. Bro, this guy is a baller.
The long shots. Oof. Don't let me stop.
The dribbling as well.
I tech you with it. I can't lie. I seen little montages. Techie.
Wild, bro.
Crazy with it. I can't lie to you.
Bro, it's amazing. Hey, look, we got to a common thing there. It's like Soboslai. It's like the only thing people agree with me on at the moment is Soboslai.
Yeah,
Mo, you're a hero, G, and that was a great discussion. I'll probably end up using this as a clip tomorrow as well, so you can watch it.
Yeah, I'm gonna send all this to my friends, fam. I'm famous now.
Yeah, bro. Nah, hey, Mo, actually, do you know what I'm gonna do, Mo? Am I sweet to give you a follow?
Yeah, I'm start. You get me too smiley, fam.
Nah. You're a cool guy, bro. I have a lot of love for people like yourself. You know what I mean? You're funny. You've got good energy. You have a laugh. Let me double check that went through. Did you get that?
Yeah, I got it. Thank you.
Yeah, nah, sick, man. Mo, I'm going to finish off this stream just because I want to get into a Carragher Ferdinand topic. But pleasure, okay. and I'll give you a message in future at some point.
Yeah, that's all good. Have a good day.
God bless, brother. Hey, what a legend, guys. What a legend. Let's smash those likes, by the way. I know that we got into the Nunes thing again. I just do it because it pisses you off and it's funny. Come on. Nunes, Soboslai winner. Hey, Soboslai will make Nunes better, no doubt. But chat, before we round up the stream, and I am going to be going live on Big Six Band, so I'd love to see you all there because it's going to be me, Callum, Hussam, the guys from Coppish, Monts. It's going to be like an A-star Liverpool panel right after this show, 10 o'clock. So come over to Big Six Bands with me once this is over. But what I would love to do right now is delve into... Oh, no, is my Twitter Oh, no, I think my Twitter's reloaded, which is not ideal because I saw the Jamie Carragher Rio Ferdinand stuff. And it turns out that's not here no more. Guys, one sec. Let me try. Guys, do you know what? Actually, I won't even need to bring up the stuff. I'll give you the brief story. Is that a super chat that I've missed there? Right, yeah. Teef LFC says Werner had 10 goals and 56 appearances for Chelsea. Okay, maybe I was a bit unfair then. Maybe I was a bit unfair. I didn't know that. 56 appearances for Chelsea. Nunes has 9 in 29 appearances for Liverpool. Nah, fair play. Nah, your point doesn't make sense. This is why I need to be live. You can call me out on me bullshit when I'm getting a bit too much for you. You know what I mean? Nah, I'll make sure that's in the clip tomorrow as well because, yeah, it's a tough one. But anyway, Carragher, Rio, I want to delve into it before we end. You're onto the beef that they're having about Saudi Arabia. And basically, here's the stance of both gentlemen. Carragher disagrees with Saudi, doesn't believe players should be wasting their prime there, and he believes that it's not going to do the best for football and all these things. That's his stance. Rio responds saying, well, Saudi are just doing the same thing as everyone else. Everyone else is done with money. So why is it a problem that Saudi are doing it? Like an implication to suggest, I don't even know what this means, chat. I don't know what Rio is trying to imply of Carragher, whether he's trying to assume he's, I don't know, xenophobic, or if he's trying to just say, like, you're wrong on this. Like, I have no clue yet. But let me see if I can get the tweets up, because I want you to hear it from their mouths instead of mine. I'm on Rio's side, says Zach Tom Plays. Well, that's the thing that I want to break down into. I want to learn more information so we can analyze who's right, who's wrong, and all this stuff. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to play the clip of Rio Ferdinand and what he said to Mo Salah. The Jamie Carragher.
Hey, Jamie Carragher, where are you, man? I heard a lot of talk, a lot of negativity about Saudi. Oh, Bernardo Silva, I can't believe it. Oh, it's a disgrace. It needs investigating this league, etc. Steven Gerrard's gone. He used to carry his boots and his bag at Anfield to games.
It's a good point.
It's gone over there.
It's a good point.
I've heard a peep out of you. I've not heard how disappointed you are. I want to see him say, I can't believe Stevie's gone there. I'm actually buzzing for any of the guys that have gone out to Saudi. Because it's Saudi, people are going mad. But all these other countries and leagues over the years have done exactly the same thing. Jamie.
So the main point that I took out of that specific saying, now bear in mind, Carragher and Rio have done back and forths on Twitter. Go and check it out yourself if you want to find out a bit more information about it. Must be a sponsor. But the details that Carragher suggests, I really want to find the chats between both of them. If somebody can even send me it on Twitter, that would be great. Let me see Carragher, because there'll be responses between the two, and I want to read them out to you guys. So just bear with me 1 second, if that's okay. And Diego says, sound point, I can't lie. And I'm not going to lie, I thought that was a great original point from Rio, because why can't Saudi do it if the Premier League can't? And here's the thing, right? I've worked with Rio Ferdinand on his channel before, and I've supported Jamie growing up. So I've got, I'm going to lean towards Jamie in the initial bias stage. I'm not going to lie, Rio. But I'm happy to analyse this for a more in-depth conversation. So, Right, so Carragher has retweeted the video. I just want to show you this, so I'm not showing you bullshit. And what he said is that I never criticised Silva, Benzema, Neves, or Steven Gerrard. I don't like Saudi trying to buy football like they have golf. So basically what Jamie's saying, he's not criticising the players for going there. So he's refuted the comparison Rio made about Gerrard going to Saudi, and why is Carragher not mentioning Steven Gerrard going to Saudi? Carragher is now saying, I don't care about people who go there. They're making a lot of money. I care about the fact Saudi are trying to buy football like the way they bought golf. So I'm only saying this just so we've got a more established way of looking at what Carragher's actually saying. And then what he said underneath this, he says, I knew you'd be all over it, Rio, like you were in Qatar. That's why you refused to do the opening game for BBC Match of the Day. Didn't want to criticise your paymaster. So what he's saying is that Rio is only supporting this because maybe there's a financial incentive in this for Rio. Otherwise, Rio wouldn't agree with it if things was different. So because Man United are linked with Saudi or someone in Saudi or Dubai or whatever, and Rio's obviously linked to Man United in some sort of way, Carragher is saying, well, you'd be agreeing with me if you weren't getting paid by them. That's what I assume. Rio Ferdinand then responds, fake news to Carragher. He at him directly. And then he says, I'm a man that embraces all cultures. Join the club. No need to fabricate James. He calls him James. I was never asked to do the opener. So the opener of Match of the Day. I never saw an uproar from you and others when the Premier League, Serie A, PSG, Barca, Real Madrid, Russia, etc. were plucking the best talent from other leagues. Keep the same energy. Now, the problem that I have with Rio's specific response here is only that Carragher is refuted. He doesn't mind players going there. His only problem is that Saudi is trying to buy football like they did golf, which, again, I think is confusing. I don't know why he's got a problem with the fact it's from Saudi. I don't know if it's a problem because they are from Saudi. I don't know if it's because it affects the Premier League and therefore that affects Carragher. I don't know what the motivation behind this. Some people are saying it's a racial motivation. I hate jumping to stuff like that. Some people are saying it's xenophobia. I hate jumping to stuff like that. So that's why I'm reading out the tweets tweet by tweet to understand definitively what they're saying, because people take my words out of context all the time. So I'm trying to give the balance side to both. Jamie Carragher responds saying, I wasn't fabricating. I was told by a few people probably what happened with you over the Qataris buying Man United a few weeks ago. If you think the Saudi league buying players is the same as the other leagues, we will have to disagree. So Jamie Carragher disagrees with how the money is being put into the European footballing game and then bringing these players over. Is it legit? Is it moral? All these things. But then I disagree with that because European clubs do some very immoral shit. So it is kind of like he's defending one. So far I'm leaning towards Rio. I'm not even going to lie to you, chat. Rio responds, The facts are, you disappointed the league, country, culture, but kept quiet when your two boys, Stevie and Fowler, went 10 days later. So I think that was just like a personal dig. Carragher responds saying, you're going back to tweet one. You're so desperate for a gig out there. So they're just going back and forth. That's the conversation there. I'm glad that we understood the importance of that conversation. And I'd actually love to hear what you are all saying on this matter as well. Married to the game says, if they miss, we're spending like Saudi people would say less because America is the kind of creator of the world. Yeah, I think it's the center or kind of the center of the world. I think I read what you're saying there. I read that a bit quick. It's a bit of both in it. Like we can all agree players wasting prime for money isn't good, but at the same time, City have just gone to give Haaland 850k per week. So there is just doing the same with other teams. Exactly. Saudi's already in the Premier League. So how come we've now accepted it in the English game, but we can't accept a Saudi league bringing our players to their league? I am struggling to align with what Carragher's saying based on what we've read just there, based on the tweets back and forth, based on the initial opinions, fully establishing both sides of the story. And I'm not going to lie, I'm agreeing a bit more with Rio. James, European clubs go to South America to sign all their talents for amounts they can't say no to. Saudi are coming to Europe offering amounts that can't be refused. Is it not the same? Why the hate it? It's a good point, Harris. It's a good point. You know, when the MLS go big, they're buying big players. When the Premier League get a big deal and we try and spend our money on in other leagues, are we like raiding their league? Are we destroying football? Like, is that the way it works now? Just whoever's got money is the one who's evil? I don't know if I agree with that sentiment. If Carragher could prove that the money was from an insincere place, even though we all know it's oil money, so that's legal. Like, we're buying it. So it's like, if it's that standpoint, then yeah, but that's now where I'm struggling to see the overall point. Maybe James should do dog. Wait there, should go dog for all if he's not happy about funding. Maybe James should go dog. Mate, I know that you're probably trying to have a go at me there, but I don't have a clue what you're saying. I'm sorry. I'd love to respond, but makes no fucking sense. All we hear about is Ukraine, but look at what Saudi has done in Yemen. Oh, we're going into war talk now. Sorry, chatter. This isn't the platform for me to talk about stuff like that, but fair play if you have your own views on it. War's tough because where there's war, there's money, and I'm not gonna lie. God bless all the people being affected in both countries, and then of course all the wars that don't get talked about. You know, the silent wars, I like to call them, the ones that have been going on for a long time. But Ukraine and Russia happens, and we don't care about all that. I agree with you, said. I agree with you. But God bless to all the people who are struggling in these countries from what's going on. It's shit, mate. You know what I mean? Shit. No one that supports a Premier League team can complain. Our league is the most European spots, the most televised money, and the most competition. Money just because a bigger checkbook has. Mike, I think that's a great way to end this topic. Because I wanted to try and look at that topic from a balanced point of view, analysing the point of Carragher, making sure we don't misunderstand it, and then analysing the point of Rio. Seems like they disagreed, and I feel like we're all coming to a consensus that maybe Carragher is just saying things about Saudi because he is on Sky Sports payroll, and I don't believe they've told him directly, but I do think there's fears that have been built through the narratives that have maybe been spread within the Sky Sports headquarters or between Sky Sports pundits. So it's all relatable. It's all links together. But guys, I am now going to be going over to Big Six Bands. Please do join me. I'm already late. Go over to Big Six Bands right now. Big Six Bands. Let me get it in the comments. It's going to be me, Callum, all the boys from Copper. Shusam's going to be there. All of us on a live stream together. And best believe if any of them are on any of the nutsacks of Jordan Henderson, then I am going in. I'm going in charge. Big up to Paniscaus. Regardless, Saudi can't buy Liverpool and take the club over there, so I really don't care. I will still support my club in the Prem. Paniscaus, shout out to you. Guys, shout out to you all. Smash a like if you can leave the stream. Remember, Jesus loves you. I always like to remind you of that stuff. Don't ever feel like you're going to bed alone. And or join me in the stream right now. Peace.